What's going on, Giants fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. Happy Saturday. Different background this morning on the go, but want to get this video in before I head out for the day. New York Giants have made two free agent signings over the past 24 hours. First and foremost, bringing back hybrid defender Isaiah Simmons, agreeing to terms with him, a player that was acquired by the Giants via trade from the Cardinals before the start of last season. Played 3 years with the Arizona Cardinals. This past year for the Giants, played a little linebacker, played a little safety, played some slot as well. Very versatile defender, so I'm happy he's back. I wasn't sure if he'd be back with Wink Martindale departing, along with Drew and Kevin Wilkins, but I do think that Simmons has a place on this defense. Had 4 starts last season and playing in all 17 games. 50 tackles, a sack, forced fumble recovery, a pick, returned for a touchdown. He's never missed a game. He's been a durable player. And one thing with the Giants last season was the injuries were just gruesome. And Isaiah Simmons was able to stay healthy on the field. I know it didn't really affect the defense as much as the offense, but there were still guys out in critical moments. So I definitely think having Simmons back is great. 41 career starts and 67 games played. And he's not bad in pass coverage. I know he had a few blunders last season, especially one on Christmas Day in the Philadelphia game, but just allowed a 59.3 passer rating this past season in 2023. Now, he did just play 33% of the defensive snaps, but also 49% on special teams. This is a player who's just 25 years old. I think he's found a bit of a home here in New York. I would like to see how he does under new defensive coordinator Shane Bowen and see how they implement Isaiah Simmons. I'm very happy that he's back. Next up, more of a surprising move. Not shocking, but the Giants signed an unknown, running back Dante Miller. Now, this is an interesting story, and you'll hear from me in just a moment on my thoughts about it, but he's nicknamed the Little Turbo at just 5'9", but 200 pounds. Last played in 2022 for South Carolina as a grad transfer walk-on from Columbia, where he played from 2018 to 2021. He had 6 touchdowns in the 2021 campaign. Mistakenly burned his last year of eligibility in 2022 with South Carolina by playing too sparingly. So the NCAA did not declare him ineligible until long after the deadline to enter the 2023 NFL draft. So not only could he not enter the 2023 NFL draft, he couldn't play the 2023 college football season. So he sat out all of last season for the Gamecocks, despite hanging around the program. He was able to participate in the pro day. So he's really a rookie, but not really, if that makes any sense, right? I said he couldn't declare for the draft. He couldn't play last season. So he was pretty much just hanging around. A 4.27 at South Carolina's pro day. That would have been the top of the mark for running backs at the NFL Combine this season. But, of course, it doesn't count since he did not run at the Combine. He did put up 28 bench press reps as well for the 225-pound mark. That also would have led running backs, hence the nickname Little Turbo. He visited with the Giants earlier this week. So I'm intrigued to see what happens. A guy who played local ball at Columbia, went to South Carolina, going from Columbia to the SEC is a big deal. And I think he embraced it. He did a solid job. And of course, with the Giants running back room now with, Saquon Barkley recently departed, you don't have Matt Breida back. Right now, you're looking at Devin Singletary, Eric Gray, Gary Brightwell. And then I think you have 2 Band-Aids in Deshaun Corbin and Deion Jackson. So, Turbo could be competing for a roster spot in 2024. If he has a good training camp, good off-season workouts, and a good preseason, I think there's a chance that Dante Miller can finish on the depth chart as high as running back 3 and possibly compete with Gary Brightwell for a roster spot. But despite this move, I still do think the Giants will draft the running back in the upcoming 2024 draft. Folks, let me know what you think. Do you like this edition of Dante Miller? Appreciate you all. As always, make sure to check us out on all of our social media platforms at Big Blue Avenue on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And without further ado, folks, let's go Big Blue.